Alright guys, I hope you're all doing well, and welcome back to episode 7 of our Araby campaign. And here we have to try and finish off the dwarves. At the end of the last episode, we took down Bellagar and his other stack. It was a super sweaty fight, and we just barely did it, taking some massive casualties in the process. So now we have to try and take on Tecton Whitebeard, because if we don't take him now, he's going to get out of March stance, he's going to get reinforcements from this other army, and we definitely would not be able to win that, I don't think. So this is tricky, so we'll come back to this in a second. Meanwhile, down to the south, our Sheik here, he's very, very pimped. He's got some good items now as well. Yeah, the Armor of Destiny, Talisman of Protection. Wow, he's actually rocking, wow, a lot of ward save on him. But yeah, he's doing pretty good. So we were able to win that fight there and take down Volkmar the Grim. So let's go ahead and do some level ups on him. And then what we're going to be doing, guys, is spending a hot minute crafting something really cool in the Bazaar. Because it's long overdue that we craft our first like kind of epic item, right? So let's get you here. Let's get the Harry Potter over here, and we can get regrowth as well. Good to heal the big elephant and our Hashashin Assassin. Anything else we want to do here? Stalker will give campaign line of sight, but let's go ahead and get Scavenge. Okay, so that is all taken care of. And yeah, we obviously have a lot we could upgrade in our homelands of Araby here, but I think in order to make this fight a little bit better, yeah, firstly we need to recruit some RORs to make sure we can win it, because I think, yeah, the Naphtha throwers are really good damage. But that thing is 2,000 Gs. It's not cheap. But we're going to need, I think, all 4 of these RORs to max out our army here. And let's get this, and this. That's what RORs are for, basically, like straight up. So now we have a much better auto-resolve against them, but we're going to be fighting it most likely. And do we have enough to craft anything super cool? All right. So what spots do we have? We're going to go to the Grand Bazaar and Sorcerer's Carriage. I want to look for some of those sweet purple items, although I don't know if I have enough to craft a bunch of them. So this one, Van Braces of the Sun. Our army loses melee defense but gets charge bonus. I don't like that at all. The Monkey's Paw gives armor. That's a pretty cool one, actually, but I don't think we're going to do it. Upkeep for all units faction-wide, but we get final transmutation and income from all buildings. Oh, that's interesting, 50%. And yeah, aside from that, I don't think those are the items we want to go for. Over here, we're looking at purple items. Tobacco smokescreen. Oh, that's funny. Diplomatic relations with ogres. Yeah. And then we have the ancient Troy horse. Or Toy horse. Oh, I thought it said Trojan horse. Okay, ambush defense chance. And then we have the Talisman of Endurance, which is going to give us battle healing cap. Not super relevant there. I want to craft something purple and shiny, you know? Okay, when fighting against vampires and tomb kings, give us banishment. This one gives us divine healing. Yeah, we already have that, but I could put that on somebody else too. Casualty replenishment rate 10%, which is good, and melee defense. Okay, Curse of the Jinn. I know there's one where I can summon an actual Jinn. There's an item for that. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can find that somewhere. We might have already skipped it, but all right. Sultan's Armor. Leadership for the Lord's Army. Not a bad trait. The Gorgon Snare is a snare ability. Scorpion Armor here. Gives poison attacks, a couple other things, but yes, nothing there. And then the Corsair Merchant, okay. We might want to wait. I mean, but I want something. Yeah, summon the Fire Ifrit. This is the one I wanted to get. Because summoning a Fire Ifrit, it does degrade over time. So maybe we just come back and do that later. And do the Ring of Divine Healing. So we're going to go ahead and craft this. It's a good item. It gives healing and also gives casualty replen, which is going to be very useful for our various conquests. And we can put that on Wazar the Cruel. So Wazar the Cruel. We have the Scintillating Armor, and we're going to give him the... He does have the Abacus of Fate right now, which helps, but we can give that to somebody else. And then as far as talismans go, is there any talismans? We could give him a sword here. We can give him the Sword of Bloodshed. Okay. Looking pretty good. And then any talismans? I don't think so. We can go to the next character, and we can give him the Abacus of Fate, which is going to help with the ambush chance. All right, so now Wazar the Cruel is going to be regenerating during this battle, which will be very, very good. And he's got more melee defense. So we definitely need to do that. Aside from that, we can do some buildings. Wizard's Caliph Palace. We can go ahead and get that one going as well. Because it does have a unique landmark, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we have the Great Slave Bazaar, which will hurt control, but it gives us unpaid interns per turn. So the dreaded slaves will come join us. Okay, so all is good. Yeah, I think we're stable. We've had some fun. We've bought some dank items. And now we need to finish off this army. It just has to go. Auto-resolve is... Oh, is this going to be better for us? I think I can actually lose less than this. Although, I don't know. Those guys are pretty freaking raggedy, man. That's a pretty good auto-resolve for sure. Because they are in March stance, so they're going to be tired. But that's a hell of a lot of dwarves. And they do have 2 bolt throwers, which I should be able to get with my... Do I have any Arabian Knights left over? I do. And we have the Death Commandos. Our assassin character, Wazar, is going to be healing. Divine healing. And I believe it heals... Affects allies in range 1 max. I don't know if it's like an AoE heal, but it's, you know, in a long grindy battle it can matter. So let's give it a try. I think this will be a fun fight, guys, and we will see you in the battle. Nice too in a way, because Sultan Jafar does have that leadership penalizing item, so he is going to be tanking enemy leadership. So Nap the throwers are really nasty damage. Then we do have the bolt thrower here. So I think we're going to get the Jezzail squad to go over this way. And they're going to like kite this army over here and try and drag them out while Sultan Jafar and the homies. So let's get Sultan Jafar and the assassin character to go jump up in the main line here and here. We have Wazar and you. These are our character hunters, so they kill characters really fast. So we're going to go try and get Tech and Whitebeard here. You guys can just hide in the trees somewhere, or we could just corner camp with them and retreat them off the map if they get threatened. I don't want to lose these guys, so we're going to just kind of keep them back there. All right, 2, and then the Death Commandos can also be here as well. There they are. Cool. It's going to be a bit of a messy fight, honestly. I think it is. Camels can be in group 3, 2, and we need to get the Sea Monarch and you guys, and they're going to join the single entity squad here, so we'll put them in control group 4. And then we have the Flying Carpets, and then... Okay, Nap the Throwers. Let's get these in control group 5. Arabian Knights. I'm not going to be able to probably get to their artillery, unfortunately. Those bolt throwers, I mean, maybe the Flying Carpets can come over and just hover over the water here and get them. I think that's going to be good. And the Arabian Knights we can use to just weasel around and see if we can find an opening in there. All right, so the Camel Jezzails are going to open up here. These are going to be Dwarf Warriors and Hammerers. So we want to shoot those Hammerers right away, but there are bolt throwers there, which are going to hurt. Yeah, the artillery is very troll. The Nap the Thrower should do some good work. We still have a front line of sorts, and we need to get the guns offline. So Thunders, yeah, the Thunders need to go. Those are the big problems. Sultan Jafar does have Pendulum, and now we have healing on a couple characters. All right, let's get it. Good luck, have fun. It's time to get the fat dubs, guys. All right, so we're going to shoot the Hammers out of the gates. You guys are going to fly over here and just kind of gremlin mode it. And the Nap the Thrower can start unleashing on the Iron Drakes or the Hammers. We can start shooting at the Iron Drakes here, and then we can have our Bolt Thrower shoot at these guys, which is going to be better. Although maybe our Bolt Thrower will be better at sniping the enemy artillery. You know, it's an option. So we're going to get Jafar and company up. You guys are going to creep on the outside and wait. And the Camel Jezzails, how are we looking? We're able to put some big hurt down. And they're not advancing, really, so that's a huge value for us right there. All right, Wazar, the Cruel and company looking pretty good. And, yeah, these guys are low, though. I don't want to be losing the Genie. I'm thinking I might actually send the Genie over to the Shadow Realm here and just let him chill. Yeah, like, if the battle gets desperate, we can pull it out, but until then, yeah. Dodge those shots, kind of hug the edge, trying to line of sight him a little bit, and the Nap the Thrower is doing some big damage. All right, how are the Camels doing? Yeah, they're getting a very, very good firepower right there, so that's quite excellent. So we got a Hammer unit offline already. Sultan Jafar can move up and get ready to drop some magic, because I think we have a ton. Yeah, we got 77 reserves, so that's pretty nice. So we're going to get a Pendulum on those Longbeards with Garapons. There we are. Looking good. And the Pendulum is active. Perfect. Every little bit of damage matters, and it looks like our Ballista here, Kadik's Wondrous Cherub Ballista, is doing great work. All right. So the Camels have lit up those guys. Now let's light up these units here. We're just going to slowly butter their bread, and it looks like they're going to be coming across the river at us. Yeah, I think we have really strong characters, you know, like very, very strong characters. So can we get on these Thunders while they're a little bit aloof on their positioning? I think we can. They're not going to turn quick enough, so we're just going to eat a little bit of bow fire, but nothing too serious. All right, get in there before the Thunders shoot. Remember, we do have healing on the big man himself, so that's going to be nice. And that's 1 and 1, so Radiant Discharge, and then we can do Radiant Discharge and Helm of Discord as well. All right, so pop all the abilities. Nap the Throwers, we can shoot at the Coilers down here, try and take those guys offline. So far, our characters are causing disruption, which is good. And how are the Camels doing? Getting a little bit danger close, actually. I forgot about the Flying Carpets. All right, well, that's what I get for recording right after I wake up. All right, so the Flying Carpets are just sadly being sad Flying Carpets and eating bolt thrower shots for free. But regardless, maybe we can get over there and do a little bit of damage with them here. You know, they've been using the dreaded Wimplo face-to-foot style. Yeah, Iron Drake's hurt a little bit, but nothing too bad. So we're going to get back. We're going to move you guys up and move you guys up here. So let's move up, and move up here. Nap the Throwers, going to shoot at the Coilers, and we will move back in and get ready to fight here. So we're going to move in. Genie's going to go ahead and pop the Heart of Winter, so we're going to move in there. And now we have another Pendulum, so let's go ahead and pop it like it's out on you guys. You guys dive in on those guns, and let's get the Nap the Throwers to shoot at these. And what the hell happened to this? Did they run out of ammo? They did. Okay. That's, you know, worse outcomes there. All right, so we do get in combat here. The boys are doing it. Camels are kiting these guys effectively, so that's great. Getting some nice crossfire, and now let's go ahead and just keep methodically kind of moving those guys back. All right, so the mainline fighting is going all right. I don't know what the Nap the Thrower is doing right here, but regardless, let's go get you in combat here. And, yeah, everybody's hanging in there. The Arabian Knights, we can try and weasel our way in and get on some of the range units, try and tie them down if at all possible. Camels, just keep kiting backwards, and good. So we've broken through the front line. The characters can get back up in the sky, and we can try and use them to now finish off some of the dwarven characters. In the meantime, let's move you into combat here. Get you up. I don't think we've lost anything outright. I mean, the carpets, usually RORs, I like to get rid of them after a battle unless it's like a really cool central piece. So we'll see how we play that out. We'll do a pendulum on you guys. Arabian Knight's going to go ahead and jump in on those Iron Drakes right there. And then Sultan Jafar, let's use this. Let's use this. And these Emir characters, I'm telling you, they're just like insanely good assassins. I don't know what it is about them, but they just, or maybe it's Wazar the Cruel. Maybe he's the real pimp in this situation. All right, Camel Dazale's going to do it. Dwarf character getting taken to Pound Town. And yeah, minimal casualties, really. I mean, I just blundered the carpets, but, you know, could be worse, right? All right, let's go get into the Bolt Thrower. The Naphtha Thrower is going to shoot at you guys. They're really fun, man. I legit think Araby is, like, pretty well balanced. I think they're a faction that could be included in competitive multiplayer, like, down the road. Like, I really think that could be super fun and add a lot of spice. Like, work with the mod makers. We get somebody like Catholic Alcoholic who's really kind of in tune with balance, and just hearing that out of context would be really funny. Like, yeah, get the Catholic Alcoholic; he'll be great at balancing the game. But yeah, no, he could definitely work with those guys and make the faction because it's so well designed. It really is. All right, we're gonna go Curse of the Jinn. Move you guys up. Arabian Knights are just gonna keep charging through here, and then we need to get the two characters to move over. One of them does have regeneration. I will get one of those rings probably on the other guy. I don't know if I can get double up on the purple items though. I have no idea. All right, Camel Dazale's still just guiding and cackling. Shoot there. And yeah, should be able to army loss them soon. Good thing if they had blobbed up here, it might have been an easier fight, honestly, all things considered. We're going to move this over here and start shooting at these guys. There we are. Perfect. So the Dwarf Lord is down. Let's go ahead and reroute our army over this way. Now, remember, this army is in March Dance, so we don't need to really fight much more. Okay, so we're going to waddle over this way, pull the camels back, and the ballista. This thing ran out of ammo pretty quickly, but it did take down one bolt thrower, but definitely worth an unsummon. That is for sure. Camel Dazale's retreating. I love the Camel Dazales. Their unit, I think, would be very, very fun in multiplayer. But yeah, Araby, I think, could be integrated into multiplayer. I think Marienburg is pretty well balanced. Like, just a couple little tweaks on a few things, and that faction would probably be fine for multiplayer. Famir, definitely, I think, are a little bit overtuned. From what I've seen compared to some of the other factions, but I think Albion is pretty close too. Albion, if you just like, you know, tweak a few abilities here and there, I think Albion could actually see some play in competitive multiplayer, like we can get them in. So yeah, these are all options, you know, down the road. When we eventually get to Total War Warhammer 40K, you know, I think that could be pretty cool. All right, so let's keep lighting them up with the Camel Dazales there. These guys have all got the dreaded gold chevrons, so they're 11 life. And now the Camel Dazales can start shooting at the bows here, and were they able to get that character? Yeah, he's ethereal, so they're boinking. Sometimes you have to like reset it a little bit. There we go. We'll see if that matters. All right, so the big dog is moving in. He has healing too. It's not super good, but it is something. We all know dwarves love pendulum, so we're going to get pendulum on them. Looks fine. And kaboom. All right, so very good. And the Arabian Knights can come around the backside now. They've shattered those units, and we don't need to worry about, you know, dealing with the shattered units for too much longer. Naphtha Throwers. Yeah, there's the flame volleys. Very nice. Don't want to be losing this genie. Yeah, if we can avoid it. So let's get in combat here. We're going to drop a Spirit Leech, and then we're going to do the other Heart of Winter here. There we go. Pop the Black Lotus, get you in combat, and just need to shut down some of the shooting for now. Let's pop the Serpent Staff, and kaboom. All right, so we should be good now. Should be getting army losses here in a second. Let's get the Arabian Knights to come around the backside, shut you down, and yeah, that genie's getting a little bit lower, that Jinn, the Sea Nymph. All right, and that's going to be it. So good fight. I mean, we blundered the flying carpets because I wasn't paying attention, but everything else went pretty damn well. Pretty damn well. All right, so let's finish off this bad boy, and down it goes. GG. Dwarves are in March Dance, and I think that's going to be the end of Bellagar's threat. All right, and there's the fight. We will definitely take the replenishment and the captives, so we can power build some of the buildings, and yeah, looking good, man. So this last army, we will chase down an auto-resolve and the Book of Asher, targeting spells, and that is an arcane item, right? The Book of Asher? Pretty sure it is, yeah, arcane item. Which, again, we already have this, but we can give it to our other Harry Potter down here. We do have another wizard in that army, if I'm not mistaken. So, does he have any good arcane items? Let's go ahead and see what homie's got. He has a Sandstorm Staff. Yeah, we actually want that because it has Bound Sandstorm, so it's just going to have to wait. Monkey's Paw. We can... What do we want to do with this? Let's go ahead and fuse these guys together. What do we get? A Channeling Staff. It's not bad. Not bad. And the Tillian Pavis is not being used on anybody, but we can actually use that on one of our assassin characters. Great. And we can give the armor, the cloak. That's also a good one too, but I think that's going to be enough. Okay. Cool, guys. Yeah, looking good. Old Araby's coming together, man. soon we'll be attacking these guys, because if you take a look and we go to declare war on them, it's 3 turns until we can get them without penalty, I think. How many turns? Yeah, 3 turns right here. Yeah. Cool. So we got time. So we could go raid and punish the dwarves. This is just a little wiener stack, so we should be able to get that without losing anything. Great. So they're down for the count. Outstanding, and we will take the money this time around. I think that's good. Sultan Jafar is pimping, and let's go ahead and finish the red tree. So the Beast Whisperer, that will help the Wogzen. The Mystics is going to be helping all of our genies and stuff. Is that really worth it? The Nomad Ways is going to be helping Camel Jazales? Yeah, that's what we want. Okay. So now our Camel Jazales have like an extra 5 weapon strength, which is actually pretty freaking massive, all things considered. Colossal Strike. And we need to get some more... Dude, I love the item crafting system. It's so fun. So fun, man. These modded campaigns have really, like, I have to say, really, really inspired my interest in playing campaign again. Maybe I'm getting old, but it's done it, man. It's done it. We're back, baby. We're back. All right, so let's go ahead and do the... Yep, Scorpion's Venom. Cool. We'll get all the unique abilities there.
Commander.
Now, the dwarves here, we could recruit something. Do we have enough movement to go into... He would probably take peace next turn, but I don't know if I want to make peace. I think I want to go here. We could also go back to the city and do some global recruitment. I think I like that idea more. Like, get a sustained, really, really strong army here. So we're going to get rid of you. And we can get rid of the Cherubalista. I like having that Naphtha thrower, actually. That thing's pretty sweet. And global recruitment. I wanted to get Wogzen. Do I have them yet? I do, but they're 4 freaking turns. Oh, I don't know if that's worth it. 4 turns is a long time, and they're also very expensive. So I think we're going to get a couple of these guardsmen guys, because they're just very solid. And we can get... Oh, man, 4 turns global recruitment is just way too long. It's way too long. Yeah, they're really freaking good, though. So we'll sauce out our front line a little bit. And from there, we'll play it by ear. I mean, I can get one more, sure. Why not? Yeah, the Palace Guard are really, really good in this army. They're very, very strong. I think they have, like, with all the abilities we have, let's look at the stats on these guys. Yeah, look at that. I mean, 60 and 77 combat stats, weapon strength, anti-large, almost unbreakable leadership. It doesn't get much better than that, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're cooking pretty good. And now we have the decision to make in terms of the south. We have the Lizardmen who don't love us here.
Lord and Master.
Or, yeah, Suddenburg, this is going to be Conquest only for the next turn. We can go fight Khorne. You know, Khorne is probably pretty strong. He's got 7 settlements, so yeah, he's not going to be a joke. We'll see which way the tide blows us, guys. All right, Clan Angren wants peace. They're only fighting us in Sartosa right now. I don't hate the idea of taking peace, because those mountain provinces are just annoying to go after. And yeah, we bullied them into submission pretty freaking good. And we're going to be fighting Sartosa next, so he's actually probably going to like us after this, all things considered. And he doesn't have any issues with the SKAVEN, so that's also not going to be a problem. So yeah, it's fine. Take the peace treaty. That way, 2 turns go by, we go down, we bully Sartosa, we begin the reclamation of the Southern Realms here. I do need to get a big gold income so I can buy that item that increases my SKAVEN friendship, because again, I am going to be reclaiming those lands through SKAVEN alliances. All right, so gain melee and weapon strength for this army, and the other one is gain melee defense and armor bonuses. Probably making these guys more durable is going to be better. So we're going to take the sturdier armor there. All right. Awesome. How many turns? I think it's still 2 turns. We have the recruitment going, so everybody's healing up. Miriglana, we could rush build this. I know the Wizard's Caliph was down here, so we can actually speed build this. And then we can get that unique building, which is going to be the Palace of the Wizard's Caliph. Yeah, look at that. Research rate and army ability for armies in the region, the Book of Djinns. Yeah, we're going to get that just because it's cool as shit. So that would be grabs. And we're going to go ahead and get the growth building there too. Okay, so decent little turn there. We got 6,000 Gs in the bank. And now, where do we go with you, buddy? I feel like he needs some like better units. We could go for Tlaqua. He's got 6 territories, so reasonably strong down here. How are our conditions? Yeah, we're doing pretty damn good.
Lord and Master.
The reconquest of Araby. Subjugation to the Southern Realms. Yeah, so if we capture the Sartosan territories, and then Ikiklab becomes our ally, then we're basically just set. And how long till we can get a defensive alliance of some sort? They're fighting Bretonnians and Wood Elves, the classics. Military alliance will come soon. Yeah, I don't want to threaten him into a military alliance. I don't think that'll work out so well. And here we could rush build this, but I don't have the money to do anything there. Have any unique buildings here? No, just a Corsair Harbor. Okay. Always got to look out for those goodies. Public order seems to be fine everywhere. No drama there.
To Araby.
And homeboy, yeah, Corn would be an interesting one, but also if we go down here, Talakwa, a lot of these territories are not ideal. These like jungle climates, so they're not like awesome territories. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to hard march north, and we're going to consider a battle with Corn. Now, as far as heroes we can recruit, we have another Emir, and we have a lot of actually heroes we can grab. So we're going to grab another Harry Potter. And yeah, we'll do that next turn. Although we can grab one right now, I suppose. So how many Emirs do you have in the army? You have one Emir, and you have a Hashishin Assassin. So we can grab you. He has the kind trait, so Slave Rabble and Pit Fighters. And then, yeah, I mean, we don't really have options here. We just got to kind of go for it. And I think we can actually buy one of the Assassins. No, we have enough. Okay. So here he is, recruit rank, training, and Blade Master. All right, all right. So we could look at some of the ancillaries we have
To Araby.
and see maybe we want to make this guy like a city gremlin where he just kind of lurks in a region and buffs it up. Yeah, we don't really have too many ancillaries. I could go buy some, but I don't know if it's worth the money.
As the sun.
All right, guys. Next one, let's get it. All right, so let's add the enchanted ropes. It's fine. We'll do that. And, yep. Scriptures, Academia is done, so we're going to need to get something else here. Water Clock. It's for Corsair units, income from ports. That's for the Assassins. Forbidden Tomes does give us Winds of Magic Reserve, so I don't hate that. So let's go ahead and grab that.
The sea brings death.
Consultant Jafar. All right. How long till we can go Mortal Kombat here? Let's go ahead and declare war. And it looks like we got one turn remaining. So we're going to go get on the border and posture for war. And then Sartosa will pay the iron price. I'm fairly certain Sultan Jafar is going to have no problems with any of the Sartosan armies. So we're going to go into a camp stance here to get the maximum replenish. And great. So now down to the south. We might want to start forming a third army. That's definitely an option. The Black Tower of Arkan, does it have anything unique? Royal Barracks, doesn't look like it. Okay. Doesn't look like it. And I know there was another unique building down here. So we have that building. The Wizard's Caliph is done. Sorcerer's Island did have a unique building chain too, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it has like the Colleges of Magic. So do I get a third army? Which again, that guy, that unique lord, which we have, which is Mehmed the Butcher, he's all about the Arabian Nights and the Cataphracts. Yeah. So maybe we just get him and get like a Cataphract, like Cav Doomstack. The Black Lizard, kind of cool. So yeah, he lowers leadership, which is pretty damn good. So we can get that leadership item on him, and enemy armies will have -10 leadership against him. Weapon strength 20%. I mean, that's pretty good. And massacre them is a debuff. Okay, not bad at all. But we have such a good economy right now. I'm kind of enjoying this. You know, I'm kind of enjoying just being absolutely loaded right now and just chilling. Do we want to get anything craft-wise? I don't think so. Don't think so. This Emir character, he could join the new army that we're going to be getting. In the meantime, Elephant Man is no joke. We're going to get him to the Black Tower of Arkan. And how is this looking here? It is stable now. Yeah, we can get the fur going, boots with the fur. And global recruitment. Okay, so the Wogs Under there. I mean, we can get the great Grand Bombards. Maybe we just hard march back up to our primary province with this guy and we fine-tune the army. He really loves the cheap bowmen, though. They have 32 weapon strength from his own unique buffs and some of the other stuff that the army does. We could get some Palace Guard here. 2 turns to recruit. Not a bad idea, all things considered. So maybe we cut you down. Yeah. And is there anything else we want to get? I guess we could just grab an ROR before the fighting actually starts. So I think rather than marching all the way down there, and yeah, we'll get this Emir in that army, and that'll kind of finish up that stack. I'm thinking Marlon Scarbrando is going to be better to go after. It's not going to be easy, but I mean, he's got nice territories that we can actually use. So Gorgazan, and yeah, we can't see either of those. And Cetra, is Cetra our ally? Cetra is not at war with him right now. Yeah, Cetra is biting the Bowman of Orion. Okay, we got a little bit of time to figure this out, guys. We got a little bit of time. And as far as this goes, let's go ahead and get the income building going and looking great. Looks like we are pretty much at... We haven't like leaned one way or the other, so we've kind of accidentally balanced everything out as it pertains to that mechanic. So, all right, we're healing up, and next turn the war begins against the pirates. Well, it doesn't get much more annoying than that. The ogres actually just came in and conquered that, and I think I'm friends with these ogres, unfortunately. So we have a trade agreement and a non-aggression pact. I mean, look, I could be friends with them. But yeah, I guess we're just going to have to march south and prepare to get the next one. I could let Sartosa come in and try and get this back, but the ogres actually have a formidable army right there, which is not great. anything we want to build here? Probably just building, you know, basic stuff, control, and we can also get, yeah, I don't know if we need this. We have the control building. Yeah, that is a field hospital, so that's going to be casualty replan, and then we can also do a little bit of growth here is fine. Okay. So that was super annoying. Maybe we can get them to trade some territories at some point, which we're going to have to do, but obviously I don't want war with these Chunguses, if at all possible, so I might be able to pull some shenanigans here. So let's see if they'll trade me settlements. So they give me this territory. Okay, and then I offer to join the war against Sartosa. So it's okay. It's nowhere near even close. Yeah. All right. And there's also a place where I could eventually maybe take one of the dwarven settlements and do something with that. So we're going to go down here to the Disciples of the Great Mom. We need these territories regardless, so we're just going to have a, unfortunately not fully completed province, but you can't win all the time, guys. Sometimes you got to pay the troll toll. So here we do have the Portal of Twilight. Yeah, this is the Pools of Despair. We have some unique buildings here, which we're not ready to get yet because it's only level 2 here. So let's get the coffee, and we can also get a income building here too. All right, great. So Homie's going to be recruited next turn, and we have 19 in this army. We do. So we're actually going to have a front line now, and we do have that big Chungus battle elephant too, which is pretty cool. And 20 stack. Let's go ahead and get one of the Haggard Spearmen here.
To Araby.
Yes. Click on you.
Lord and master.
And great. So Halim is ready to go. We could start on the Butcher's army next turn and get like a pretty good stack going. We might need a second stack because if we open war with Scarbrand, I mean, this army's good, but is it enough to fight like a Khorne stack? Maybe with the elephant, and we have double elephant in this army, so if Khorne is coming in with like infantry, I think we'll be able to bully them, but you never know. All right, we haven't checked diplomacy in a while. Nobody wants trade agreements. The High Elf Sea Patrol could be talked into trade, probably. How much they want for that? Who are they at war with? They're at war with the Awakened and with Clan Spittle. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We'll take the trade. The Sea Patrol is here. And with that, we will be advancing to the next turn. Okay, so here we are, and it is time. The Ogres are in, or random Orc army is over there. Caravan completed, so we need to get a caravan going right now. All right, so let's get you, and let's see where the lucrative caravans are going to be. We do have one for 1,900 here. We're going to go ahead and pour into that one. That's going to give us almost 4,000 gold when that finishes, so that's going to be outstanding. And now we have a couple armies here which are in March Dance, so this should just be an easy karate shop here. So Mirigulano, ready to be upgraded here, and we can go ahead and go into diplomacy with the Ogres. Let me make sure that the turn timer is ready now, and we can actually declare war on these guys with no drama. No, not you, Scrag. The Maw commands, and you listen. Okay, buddy. Thanks, I get it. I clicked on the wrong unit. All right, so she hates us. You know, strategic threat, yeah, broken treaties. I mean, what's not to love? And we can go ahead and see what the declare war looks like. No penalties anymore. You know, we have to stay. Yeah, we're a major threat, dog. How do you like them apples?
What is your demand?
So let's go see what we can get out of the big dog here. So we're going to go ahead and offer to join their war against Sartosa. So what kind of goodwill does that give us? Not a whole lot. It does give us military access. Sure. And yeah. I mean, 700 gold is better than nothing. You know, every little bit matters. And we will do this. Great. So it's obviously going to help us with diplomacy. And if we can become his ally too, then yeah, we can do a lot of work. So we're going to go bully these March Dance armies. Shouldn't take any casualties at all. Yeah, I don't think that's worth fighting. Although we'll probably take more than we otherwise would have. But yeah, it's fine. All right, so we replenish. And now we move into the city. Unopposed. Should get that. And oh, okay. It looks like some garrisons somehow survived. So let's go ahead and occupy this. Yeah, we don't want to. We need to own these territories. All right, so we got the Pirate Hunter. Anything we want to get here? For now, why not just like a gatehouse or something? Although there's a little bit of vampire corruption, so we could get the Night Watch. Corruption, chance of no, there's barely any corruption. It's not even worth it, to be honest. All right, so Jafar, we can get the Learn Mystic is going to help with the Jinn and the genies and stuff. So do we want to do that? Yeah, let's just like make all our dudes pimped out. We don't really need Beast Whisperer right now, so we'll just get the Learn Mystic because we are going to eventually have a bunch in this army. This army is very formidable. It's very, very strong. Jin's protection gives them magic res, guard veteran. You're level 23. Don't really care for leadership. Full plate armor. Let's get them nice and tanky. And the Hashashin Assassin does have all the goodies here, so we'll do piercing shots. Should have gotten scavenged. All right, so Sartosa is going in the trash can. We got the Tier of Uzal. So armor When fighting against immune to chaos tradition. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. So we can get that on you. Do you have any armor? Right now she does. He has the Helm of Discord, which is a very good piece of armor, and you have that. The Forest Cloak is cute, but let's go ahead and get that unique armor we just got. Where the hell is that? The Beetle Pendulum. That's against undead factions. Idol of the Desert. Yeah, Arcane Staff. Maybe it should be up here. Yeah. So that will make the army immune to chaos, corruption, and waste attrition. So if we do get into some chaos lands, it kind of bolsters out the whole army, which is pretty pimp. Pretty good. All right, we got 6,000 Gs. Is it time to craft another sweet item or make another army? I think you're going to go get ready to attack Scarbrand. It's going to be a messy one. Oh, hold on. Does this actually... Yeah, that's probably better, actually. So we're going to go ahead and switch that onto you. Immune to chaos, corruption. I think... Will that affect...
Devoted to Araby.
I think I still take attrition here. Yeah, it's corn. Okay, so it's... Well, there's more chaos corruption here anyway. So this is going to be a pain in the butt to attack for sure. We're going to have to like move across any camp stance. Yeah, you wonder why nobody's attacking it. You're like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Lord and master.
Okay, so up north, we got this on lock. Sultan Jafar, just big pimping over there, looking pretty cool. Here, Henry, are you at war with Scarbrand? He likes us, but he's a little bit, you know, a little bit questionable with us. Let me see what Ikit Claw's relations are looking like right now. So it is improving. He doesn't like the treaties with Clan Angren or the trespasses against the disciples. So he is friends with the disciples of the Great Maw. We need to get a military alliance out of this stinky rat. I mean, I could just give him Mirigliano. That's actually not a bad idea. I could just like gift him this city. Let's see what I could actually get. So if I go to Skaven Blight, trade settlements, I offer you this. And then we could just get like a friggin' military alliance like that, right? Yeah, I mean, and 23,000. To me, that seems like a great freaking deal. Because then we get our military alliance. They're going to be allies. And yeah, like this city does nothing for me. All right, let's do it. Kaboom. Oh, yeah, dude. Look at that. Oh, yeah. That's how you do it, baby. So now we just need to get 2 territories. So diplomatic relations, all that goodness. All right, so Ikit's going to be our best friend now, and we will keep Sartosa for ourselves. I'm going to trade Lucchini to the Ogres to get an alliance with them, and then we are just going to be an absolute problem. We're going to be a big problem. All right, back in the base, we got 35,000, so you know we're going to craft some MLG Pro Gamer gear right now. Let's go actually do a little bit of that. All right, Corsair Merchant. I want to get the one where I can summon the Ifrit, which is very, very fun. So we're going to go ahead and do that, I think, just because it's cool. Although Missile Strength, oh, dude, the Bow of Seeking. All units get range in the army, and all units get Missile Strength. Yeah, we're gonna craft that, the Bow of Seeking. Sign me the hell up for that. So that's really, really OP on the Camel Dazale army, too. Because all these guys will get the buff. So we put it on you, and we will do the Bow of Seeking. Can only be equipped to a Lord or a Sheik. Oh, shit, okay. So we have to put that on a big dog then. Is that going to be a problem here? We have the Serpent Staff. I mean, it gives the Serpent Staff AoE, but the Bow of Seeking is probably just straight up better. Yeah, it gets a little bit of damage. Magic drop chance. I mean, he gets this, but Bow of Seeking is going to be really good. Or we can give it to our other army, to our other Sheik, to make that army a little bit stronger, which again is very bow-centric. Let me see what Big Pimpin is wielding here. He's got yeah, that's probably better. So we'll do the Bow of Seeking on him. Yeah, that's fine. So it's going to make his archers even better. Cool. And then aside from that, we can craft another sweet pro gamer item. Let's see what we got down here. All right, diplomatic relations with SKAVEN. We don't care about that anymore. Shaman Scent. Nothing here that's too exciting right now. The oil lamp sounds really, really fun, and that is going to be very cool to use. So let's go ahead and get the oil lamp. So that's going to be a bound spell. Curse of the Jinn, and then he can summon a fire Ifrit. All right, we're just going for flavor, guys. We're going for flavor, and we can go shopping for some ancillaries too. Yeah, so we got 15,000 in the bank. Sultan Jafar is going to wield that. And let's see who can wield that anyway. So that is going to be the oil lamp. It's an arcane item. So only the Harry Potters can wield that. Yeah, so we want the black book here. It's very good. So we will probably put that on another character in another army.
Devoted
so we can start recruiting. So we're going to get Mehmed the Butcher.
To Araby.
Oh, evil. And what gear can
Lord
he
and
have?
master.
Yeah, he can't wield that. Oh, dude, look how chubby he is. He's ready to go.
To stand before the
So
sword.
Route Marcher, let's do this. We're going to just make him the Cavalry Overlord, so we should have Cataphracts. Pretty sure I have the Cataphract building done. Do I not have it? We got the Camel Tech. And we have the Royal... Yeah, that's Camel Cataphracts, so I just missed them somewhere. So I'm
You
pretty sure he
stand
buffs up
before
the
the
Camel
Sultan.
Cataphracts. For Camel Cataphracts and Arabian Knights. Okay, so he's going to be the Camel... There we go, okay. So Camel Cataphracts. We can recruit some characters for his army, so we'll get the Magician. With that army being like an elite cav army, Disciplined is going to be great. So we'll get a Disciplined Life Mage. I'm not using the Desert Lore at the moment. I know that might be a little bit disappointing, but yeah, it's cool. It's cool, but I think I'm going to lean into these other ones for now. So let's get that. And enchanted item we can do when fighting against Undead faction. Sure, why not? And great. So he will join this army, and then we're going to grab one more character out of here. We can actually get more Harry Potters. I can get a Jin caster. Yeah, we can get a Jin caster for one of the armies too. All right. So hit points, leadership. The traits aren't amazing. Hashishin Assassin, the Emirs are capped out. Greedy, Deceitful, Campaign Line of Sight, Ambush, Success Chance, or Brave. So Deceitful is going to be Campaign, Ambush, Armies owned in local regions. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, for laying ambushes and whatnot. So Mehmed's going to be recruiting. It's going to be 2 turns on that, and we're going to need to go into globals. And we can grab one more assassin here, so we'll do Greedy, and Greedy is probably fine. Income from sacking, sure. And then we can get one more Magician. We're going to go ahead and get a Desert 1. Character, experience, hero, defense, chance, determined. Yeah. We'll go ahead and just get intelligent. We'll get a Jin caster just so we can show you guys what that looks like. So let's do that. And we're going to go ahead and get Sunstrike, Curse of the Jin, or Burning Hands. I don't even know what those spells do, honestly. Mirage is a pretty good one. We can summon... Yeah, I think that... No, that's the traits. The spell that lets us summon the clone unit, that might actually be Mirage. Yeah, okay. So we're just going to max that out. Great. Alright guys, so that army is going to be pretty pimp when it's done.
Lord and
In the
master.
meantime, Homie can start his conquest. So we're going to start moving over here. That attrition is going to suck pretty bad. I could march up and under here. I'm pretty sure the Tomb Kings, I do have a military access agreement with them, so that's great. And we'll head into the lands of the Blood God, Numis, and yeah, this territory here. Well, we're going to be fighting Skarbrand. That should be very fun, and we're going to have Mehmed the Butcher's Cataphract, Camel Cataphract army. And we'll get some Bombards and some other cool shit with that force too, which you guys should enjoy in the next episode. We're coming to the end of the campaign though, I think, guys. We're making some good progress. Let's do this, just spend all our money, upgrade a bunch of stuff, and we can construct an outpost in SKAVEN Blade, which will be really, really fun. All right, AK Claw wants us to join a war against the Bretonnians. Not at the moment, thank you, buddy. I am good. We will get there eventually. I think the final part of the quest is actually to go up to Bretonnia and get revenge, which is pretty fun. But yeah, using the Ikit Claw friendship, I think worked out pretty damn well for us. Okay, so that is done. Allied construction post begins.
Devoted
and let's go ahead and slap
Araby.
these characters in this army, because
Devoted
he's eventually,
to
like, if
Araby.
our other army gets doomed by Khorne and just gets wrecked, then at least we'll have this guy to back it up.
No rest.
All right, so he's going, and any RORs I want to recruit, Scryer's not ready, and yeah, he'll be able to do more next turn. We'll go into a global recruitment stance, and we'll be cooking.
stand
All right,
before
so
the
how do
Sultan.
we want to go here? Do we go all the way over to this territory? Because Khorne might counterattack here, and then Mehmed the Butcher will be waiting for them. I think that is going to be the game plan.
As
All right.
sure as the sun rises.
So let's go right here. We should be able to reach. Khorne is not going to see it coming. Numis is a nice territory, but we will take that. And now,
Wizard
in Den, we
Supreme.
have Aranessa Saltspite here. And,
Commander of G.
yeah, we got some cool items. Could definitely have some cooler ones. I mean, Big
Wizard
Dog's got some neat
Supreme,
gear.
Araby.
He's got the Serpent Staff. You got the Scintillating Shields and the Ring of Divine Healing. We need to get some, like, a dank weapon for that guy. So I think when we have money, we'll craft something for that character and just try and make him,
Commander of
like, as
G.
steroided as humanly possible. We can also look into getting some ancillaries, too. Although they are 2,000 a pop, which is not cheap at all, guys. It's not cheap. Anybody we want to trade with? I don't think so. I don't think so. The Court of Liberus? Yeah. Sure, why not? We can be homies.
That I parley with you.
Let's do it. Let's start some trade over there. Sauce up that economy, up to 4,500. I don't hate it at all. Okay, so Yeah, we have Sartosa in this territory, and we should be able to I bet you we can get an alliance out of this guy. And we'll just hold Sartosa for our own. It's a nice city, but, I mean, we obviously win the fight, but I think we might need to fight it. Because Araness is sitting there with the 20 stack and has a good garrison, too. We do have the ability to siege and some really, really good magic users.
Commander.
Let's go trade with the big dog, trade settlements. He's fighting Khorne, so that's going to help us, too. So we will trade. This is going to be what city? That's going to be Lucchini. Yes, and we can get a defensive alliance out of him, not a military alliance. Okay. That's fine. It's a little bit uglier, but it will. We really want to complete the subjugation of the Southern Realms.
Commander
All right.
of Jin.
So for now, sack value is 12,000. The Skaven are looking great, and we will help them conquer our Skaven homies, our rat best friends. And you know what? I think this is a good spot to end the episode, guys. We'll be back with another one soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I had an absolute blast. But yeah, the campaign's going smoothly. It's going very smoothly, I think. Yeah, it's a good old time. We have Mehmed the Butcher forming a strong army of cataphracts here who are 400 a pop. It's going to be an expensive army, but we'll get some cheap stuff too. We can get some artillery and maybe some flying carpets to fly around. That'd be really funny, like a cav army with a bunch of flying carpets. It sounds pretty cool. All right, guys, see you in the next episode. Thank you for joining, and we'll be back very, very soon.